Good morning, everyone. My name is Adwrika Sen. I am from grade 12A Science. Today, I will be demonstrating an experiment on the topic electrolytic measurement of different sports drinks. Now, in today's world, people are tending to stay healthy, and in order to stay healthy, they are exercising a lot, stressing their bodies to a great extent, due to which they are losing a lot of energy. Basically, the essential electrolytes, they are losing all the essential electrolytes from the body in the form of sweat. Thus, to replenish these electrolytes in our body, people are tending to drink sports drinks rather than carbonated drinks, because carbonated drinks have a huge amount of caffeine, and caffeine is like it's not suitable for every body type. Now, sports drinks have a good amount of electrolytic concentration in it. Now, what are electrolytes? Electrolytes are ions. Electrolytes are substances which dissociate into ions into our body, and they help in various processes, like they help in contraction of muscles, they help in neurotransmission. So if electrolytes aren't present in our body, we might undergo several health problems. So in this experiment, we will be seeing, rather we will experimenting three sports drinks. Number 1, Red Bull. Number 2, Sting. And number 3, Glucon-D. We will be experimenting the electrolytic conductance of each of the drinks, and we will be proving that which of them is the most cost efficient. So let's move on to the descriptions. Conductance. So what is conductance? Conductance is the capacity of the ions to conduct electricity, and we can also say that conductance is equal to the inverse of resistance. The formula for calculating conductance is current by voltage. In the entire setup, there are certain experiments which are: number 1, the multimeter. The multimeter is connected to a power source which has a 9-volt supply, and the other end of the multimeter is connected to this electrolytic liquid, and there are 2 alligator clips which are attached to the anode and the cathode respectively. Now, while performing this entire experiment, we need to see certain precautions. If we won't abide by these precautions, there might be some flaw in the entire setup. The first precaution is proper cleaning of copper wire to ensure no contamination happens. We need to clean the wires after dipping them in each solution, because if we won't rub the wires properly and dip them in another solution, the liquids may get mixed up. The second point is dipping equal liquid of wire at each trial. The wires which we are taking, we need to dip equal length of the wire in the liquids. It should not be that both the wires are of different lengths. So now, as I've explained the entire procedure, I will be performing this experiment on the table. So let's move on to the experimental setup. So now I will be demonstrating this experiment. Let me introduce everyone to the entire setup. This is the power supply. The power supply in it ranges from 0 to a 12 volt, but we will be working with a 9 volt supply. Second, we have this ammeter. This is a multimeter whose 2 ends are connected to this anode and cathode respectively. These are the 3 beakers. In the first beaker we have Red Bull, in the second beaker we have Sting, and in the third beaker we have Tata Glucon-D. So now I will be dipping this anode and cathode in each of the beakers and checking the electrolytic conductance on this multimeter. Let's begin with the Tata Glucon-D. We need to ensure that the 2 anode and the cathode have the equal length. Let's dip them in the Tata Glucon-D. After dipping the cathode and the cathode, we need to wipe the wires so that the liquids don't get mixed with each other. Second, we will be moving on to sting. After dipping the wires, again we will be performing the same function of rubbing the wires. Last but not the least, we have the beaker containing Red Bull, and we will be dipping the 2 wires in it. There is also one more precaution that we need to ensure the 2 coil structures at the ends of the wires do not touch each other. After dipping the wires in all the 3 liquids, we have measured the electrical conductance in the multimeter, and now we will be checking that which of the liquids is more efficient and more cost effective and more preferable to us. After performing the entire experiment, we have acquired the following results. Let's analyze each of the drinks and check which is more suitable for a human being. The first liquid is Glucon-D, which after performing the experiment, we have seen under a 0.33 milliampere current, we are acquiring a conductance of 0.038 Siemens. For sting, similarly, we have under the influence of 0.18 ampere current, we have acquired the conductance of 0.02 Siemens, and finally for Red Bull, under the current of 0.28 ampere, we have acquired the conductance of 0.031 Siemens. Now we can see that the price is to conductance ratio for each of the 3 liquids are 1:0038, 1:0004, and 1:00248. Therefore, for each and every rupee spent, the price is to conductance ratio for Tata Glucon-D is the highest. Hence, we can conclude that Tata Glucon-D is the most suitable drink to be drank after every workout because it will replenish our body's electrolytes more faster and quicker than all the 3 liquids, and moreover, the Tata Glucon-D is very cost efficient. So after analyzing each of the 3 liquids, we have come to the end of the experiment, and I would like to thank Orko sir, Gauri ma'am, and Tanzim sir on helping me through the entire process of the experiment, arranging the equipments, in every part of the demonstration. Thank you.